Hey gang, Tony here. It's been a while, and I have not been going to yard sales or flea markets really the past couple of weeks. But I wanted to make a video so that I didn't disappear for too long. I happened to be at the Dollar Tree, got some cool stuff, thought I'd show it off. Why not, right? It's a Halloweeny kind of thing to do. Show you the bull crap that I'm buying because it's Halloween. Um, Monday, the autumnal equinox. Make sure that you are celebrating in some way. Do a bonfire, make a pumpkin pie, roast some squash. I mean, whatever it is that you want to do, but mark the occasion as best you can. Let's get to it. So, I am drinking coffee out of my new mug that I got at the Dollar Tree. It is pretty cool. This is actually embossed, not embossed, but it's I'm struggling to come up with the word. It's not flush with the rest of the mug. It's indented, I guess you could say, or concave. This whole design is sort of concave. I really dug it. They had another one that were all bats. There were just bats all over the cup, and I liked that one too. But it was kind of given Batman vibes more than Halloween for some reason. I'm not really sure why. And I really loved this one, so that's what I went with. And I'm gonna drink my coffee right now. All right. The next thing I noticed was that they had more Halloween horror socks like last year. I bought a whole bunch last year, and I'm pretty sure most of these were new designs. I really should have pulled out the old ones to see what was new and what wasn't. I think there may be one here that I have gotten before. But I thought this was Freddy Krueger at first, but it turned out to be Stranger Things. And, I dig it. I'll take a Stranger Things pair of socks that are red. They say Stranger Things on the other side. Not too shabby. I like those. These were, the Dollar Tree is no longer really a dollar store, as you probably well know at this point. So these were $1.50 each. There was a Freddy Krueger one. This may be the same one I got last year. I am not 100% sure. I know that I got a Freddy Krueger pair last year. It says Nightmare on Elm Street on the other side. I'm also aware that there was, at least last year, another pair of Nightmare on Elm Street socks that had his sweater design, which I would have loved to get. Those are the ones I would have preferred if they had them. But this was all they had, and I think it was the last one. A lot of these were the last one, so I'm guessing I missed out on some designs just based on the fact that there's really just the two little displays of them, and they were looking sparse. But I managed to get some cool ones. This is another one that I'm pretty sure I got last year. Friday the 13th, Jason masks. Pretty basic. I mean, I figure you can't go wrong with a pair of Freddy or Jason socks that, even if you have them already. This I definitely didn't get last year. It was a Chucky socks with Chucky's face. Pretty much the same all around. Digging them. And I got a Beetlejuice one, which I like a lot because they're purple, so they're a little different than the other ones. Got a sandworm on there, got some skulls. Pretty killer. Maybe not my favorite, but kind of close to my favorite. They're maybe the most elaborate. These are good too, though. The classic Nightmare Before Christmas. Got Jack and Sally with some pumpkins. Some of the classic imagery. Looks like, when you open up the sock, you'll see more of that hill, or I don't know what you call it. The thing he stands on. It's like a hill, I guess. Yeah, I like those. I mean, you can't beat these for $1.50. You know what I'm saying? And then, I mean, this actually might be my favorite. I don't think of Gremlins as a Halloween movie. I usually actually watch it for Christmas, but they have candy corn on there, and they turned it into a Halloween thing, and they're orange. So I'll take it. Definitely don't have these. It says Gremlins on the other side there. Awesome. So I spent like fucking like maybe $10 or something on tons of. They're not. I guess some of them are overtly Halloween, like the ones with pumpkins and candy corn and stuff, and then others are just horror movies. But whenever I see these, and even off season, you may have noticed at the dollar store, even off season, they have a lot of these kinds of socks now, like a whole area of them. They'll have like all kinds of different stuff, but there is I've definitely seen like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle socks and Kool-Aid, maybe things like that. So there were a bunch of other designs that I passed on this year. I mean, I just didn't want to spend like $20 on socks necessarily. But they had like a lot of Hershey's and Reese's kinds. Like I know I got one last year that was like I think it was Reese's peanut butter cups or something. So there were a couple like that. There was a Scooby-Doo one or two Scooby-Doo ones. I'm not a big Scooby-Doo fan. I think I missed that bus. Maybe I was a little too old for it. Or it was like right in between. I know it came out, I think in the 60s, right? Originally, was it originally in the 60s? But I was not, for whatever reason, I was never huge into Scooby-Doo. And there were a couple other ones too, I believe, but these were the ones I got. And I also managed to they have the Kool-Aid popping candy at the Dollar Tree. They have plenty of them, at least at mine, so if you want to go grab a pack or two, they're, basically like the last time. They're just a different flavor, I suppose. And then this is not from the dollar store, but I could not help myself. I had to get me some Tasty Cake snowballs. Yeah. They're orange, so they're totally different than the ones you can get all year round, right? Right? No, they're the same goddamn thing. They're just orange. But I don't know. There's something. This is one of those nostalgia itch things for me that like I remember them. And I used to get them, I think, when I was younger. So I like them for this time of year. And on that same note, again, not the dollar store. Actually, they have the milk chocolate ones at Dollar General, but I ordered dark chocolate ones off of Amazon because I prefer the dark chocolate. Russell Stover marshmallow pumpkins with dark chocolate. They have all kinds of pumpkins with different stuff inside. I think there's like a coconut cream, and there's maybe, I don't know, truffle or some bullshit. But these were the ones, probably the milk chocolate when I was younger, but these were the ones that I would get. And again, it's a nostalgia thing for me. I remember going into the drugstore and like probably only for a quarter back then. Now they're like $1.50 or more sometimes. I do have a couple other things. All right, so that's all like the Dollar Tree or just random stuff from around the neighborhood. But I also ordered something. A couple of things in here are just comics from the comic shop. I'll show you, I guess. Why not? I've been buying the Feral comics. So as Feral 16 came out, each of the Feral comics has like a horror movie poster style cover, and those are the ones I've been getting. And then I could not pass up on the new Toxic Crusaders comic. It came with a little trading card as well. I have the original Toxic Crusader comic from the 90s. And then the thing that I backed, this was a Kickstarter that I backed. I am a pretty big fan, judge me if you will, but I am a pretty big fan of the movie Onyx the Fortuitous and the Talisman of Souls. That is a fun-ass movie. It's just a funny fucking movie. It's the guy, Andrew Bowser, who created the character, the Onyx character. He used to do, like, on YouTube, I don't know if he started this way, but I think most people know him as that, like, the awkward goth guy who would show up at, not really, it was just like a bit he would do, but it would seemingly show up at, like, newscasts and like go off on like Satan talk and stuff, and it was very funny. I was actually not aware of that at all when I first saw the movie. So I saw the movie before I knew anything about this guy. But the movie, it has Jeffrey Combs and Barbara Crampton in it, and it's a lot of fun. I guess you have to be into like kind of goofy, silly, campy sort of horror. And many people may call it, say that's not even horror, it's a comedy. Okay, fine. But I liked it a lot. So when I saw this pop up, I decided to back it. It was for an Onyx the Fortuitous Talisman of Souls Golden Book. And, it's in the style of the old Golden Books. It also came with, I think that's just to hold like a little backing card thing in there. Of note is that the first printing of these, on the bottom there, it says, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but it says Andrew Bauer instead of Bowser. So it's a little bit of a misprint on the first editions. These are from Invader Comics. They actually did also come with a metal bookmark, which is neat. These are metal bookmarks. Really dig that. You could see the metal on the back. And a little sticker. Invader Comics sticker. And the book itself, I have not read yet. I believe it is... You know what? I'm not even sure. I forget if it's a... Yeah, I think it's a retelling of the movie in like kind of like, kid book format. So you could see there, like on the front, you get the thing that says, you put your name there. It says, this gory book belongs to, and you're supposed to put your name in it. I'm not gonna, but the art style is really cool. Real nice production value on this, I think. I like it quite a bit. So I got that, and then I actually did the listening party, what do they call it? Tier. I did the tier that comes with the book, but I'm also eventually going to get the vinyl soundtrack. They weren't able to send them all together due to a delay on the vinyl, but eventually I'll get the vinyl record of the soundtrack. And I forget if anything else comes with it. I think it was just the book, the bookmark, the record, and maybe something else. You might be able to still... I know they had late pledges on there. Like, I actually pledged late. I didn't get this when the Kickstarter was active. So I'm not sure if you can still do that or not now that they've started shipping, but you might be worth checking out if you're interested in this. Also worth noting is that Andrew Bowser is basically going to do like a Kickstarter every month, I think he said. So if you're like a fan of his or you want to back any of his other projects, he's doing all sorts of stuff. Like I'm not backing all of them because I can't afford it, and I'm not like really into everything he's doing. But like the previous one, I believe, was like to back a music video and you could get a record. And I was already getting the record. They're slightly different designs, but it's the same content. So that kind of kept me from wanting to do that one. And then he's doing, I think, maybe a toy, like a figure, an Onyx figure. And, the last one was a short film. He's like re-releasing some of his older short films. But stuff to look for if you're into that. But if not, definitely check out at least this movie. I think it's a lot of fun. And I think it's available free streaming now, if I'm not mistaken, maybe on Tubi. All right, everybody. I hope you are having a wonderful lead up to October. I know most of us consider September like, the pregame of Halloween, and we're all already getting into it. Don't forget to celebrate that autumnal equinox. That's really the marking of the first day of autumn, so we're going to get into it now. Have a great one, everybody. Breathe deep in the night. I'll see you all maybe soon. All right, bye.